All right. Hello, hello, hello. All right. We will be using Discord for this, by the way.
Issue with push to talk, you can always just manually mute and unmute yourself.
Yes, yeah, I realize that.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes,
I
we
can
do.
hear you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I can confirm that
I hear
stream
you
can hear
fine.
us as well.
Awesome. Awesome. So everything should be working better this time. I'm gonna go
Great.
ahead and
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can
Which
hear you.
one was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I've already restarted the recording, so the recording should be good to go as well. All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen. This will be 3 view. All right, can you guys see it on Discord?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I'm
can
there,
see it.
Buzz there. Andrew is there, and Dylan is there. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna start with the first one. And before we start, I actually want to warm you guys up with a ladder problem because we have learned that is important.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A, B, C. Which one's a ladder breaker? And do your best to visualize Stone for Stone.
Well, B.
B.
Yeah, I think B.
Did you all read it all the way through?
Yeah, I read it all the way through.
As best I could.
Isn't C also?
It's
There it
just
is.
that's an easy one, right? So it's just correct to B.
One person has gotten the correct answer. I'll give you a hint. It's a trick question.
Oh,
Yeah, I
is
think
it?
C's the ladder breaker too.
Yep.
C will Atari the R17 stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Does that
B,
work?
B and
Well, you're
C.
saying it's C, huh?
No, I'm saying it's B and C.
B and C. Okay, yeah, I didn't look at C.
Yep.
I just stopped when it did.
Yep. The idea is to visualize the whole thing. It's a trick question. All right. So you guys warmed up your reading now, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, so we're gonna look at the first problem. And we're gonna do the bent 4 section. And let's just do this. All right, and this one is black to play.
Isn't this problem in last week?
There's only one answer to this one. Just say it, or what?
Yeah, you can just say it.
Yeah, T18.
Boom. And then, so black, and where does white play?
There's me for life. S19.
Yeah, exactly.
S16.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
S18
Okay,
or.
I was seeing the stone at S18 already. Was stone not there?
Wait.
It's black to play right now.
Oh,
So
yeah,
black plays
T8.
black plays T18. Where does white play?
Well,
One
white
of two places.
yeah, either T16 or S19, but
Okay, so let's say I play S19.
Okay, then you after T18, okay, then S19, then Just P16, I think.
Okay, and then I play R18.
And then take.
Take where?
They only play. There's only. You have to play at T19.
All right. Is there any counter?
No.
No.
You guys are getting this one really fast. Okay, so let's take away this white move. Is there any other options? Does this change anything?
S18 now also
Let's
just
see.
lives.
There would be a. I don't know, have a call come in just a second. I'm going to mute this.
Are we talking white to play or black to play now?
Now it's white to play. Does the solution change if we play a different move for white?
I believe white T18 might be a co.
Well, you can't just say T18. You have to tell me the whole sequence.
I'm thinking T18, S18, and then
Mhm.
S19 to make a co.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Keep going.
At that point, black would take the co. White would probably push at T16. And that doesn't work, so white has to play a co threat. Black could probably play T16 as a co threat, though.
Couldn't black just play T17 and then white can't fill in?
Yeah, I don't believe it actually is a co.
Because then white can't just play T19 and then black should be unconditionally alive.
Okay, Drew, you want to tell the sequence?
Oh, I see it.
Where did he start? T18?
Mm-hmm. White.
For white though, right?
Yep.
And then he said S18
Mm-hmm.
and then S19 for to make that shape that is sometimes a co, but then if black plays T17,
Mm-hmm.
then white can't fill in at black doesn't have to do anything then because white can't play there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when black does decide to play there, then it's just automatically two eyes.
What if white plays P19 next?
Black could Tanuki.
Okay, then white plays Q19.
Bly would probably still Tanuki.
Okay, then a capture and you're dead.
Oh yeah, because then then, oh yeah.
All right, let's take it from the top.
Yeah. So I lost that one. That's not done. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to Tanuki too much.
White, black, white, black, white. What is black?
R18.
Black?
Yeah.
At that point,
White.
you're dead. It's a bulky 4.
And then, oh wait, white plays Q19, did you say?
After you connect.
Okay.
How many liberties do you have?
Let's see. Black has, okay, 2 liberties.
After Q19?
No, wait a second. After what move?
After Q19, you think black has 2 liberties?
Oh, after Q19. No, I guess, let's see. I guess black only has 1, so black has to play T19 at that point, and black has 2 eyes.
Where are the eyes?
At S19 and T18.
Okay. Do you guys agree?
No, wait a second. You played Q19. Oh, yeah, so then, yeah, unless I directly respond to that, you can take a stone at you can play at R18. So I guess maybe I need to take at P19.
Try to restart your sequence, Buzzsaw, and then try again. And then tell me what to
Okay.
do.
All right. White started at T18. White started at
Correct.
T18. And then black played at S18.
Uh-huh.
And then white, let's see, white played at S19.
Uh-huh.
Okay. At which point I've got a liberty at R18, and
It's black's turn.
it's black's turn. So I think black can play R18 now.
Boop, 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 boop.
But then,
yeah,
but
that's
then-
right. That's right. T17 is essential.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's not a crush.
And,
okay.
And then white played P19, if you recall.
Right.
And then
white
you
played...
answered at R18, correct?
Oh, okay. So then if I answer at R18, white can't do anything else
And then
because
white played Q19.
Oh. Let's see. So white played...
I think right when white plays P19, you could just take, right?
Well, the question is, do you have to take?
Or R18.
Well, let's see.
You actually had it, Buzzsaw, and then you lost it.
I had it.
You had it in your first instinct was correct, and then you questioned yourself, and then you lost it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so I had to take this other thing real quick.
Okay,
So what are we looking
to
at?
catch you up, we are looking at white T18 first, black S18, white
Right.
S19,
Right.
black T17,
Yeah.
white
yeah.
P19, black R18, white Q19, and we're asking if black has to do anything else.
Well, I believe black only has one liberty left, so black needs
Where is the
to
liberty?
take. The liberty is at T16, so
Alright, so you
black
think
needs
black is
to
in a
take
tie?
I think so, and
Okay.
I think black has to take at T19 to create an I at S19 and an I at S18.
S18 or T18?
That's what I mean. Yeah, T18.
Okay.
T18.
Does anyone disagree with that, or does everyone agree with that?
I'm not quite sure.
I agree. I agree with that.
What are we agreeing with? Sorry.
So it's T18 and was it S19?
Okay,
S18?
so what Buzzsaw said was for the white move at T18, black S18, white plays S19, black plays right here, white plays right here, black fills right here, white plays right here, black plays right here. She says there's an I at S18, T18, and a liberty at T16. Do you guys agree
Yep.
with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And all that from the girl who can't see a single one of those stones.
You see
But I
more
would
than you think
still
you do.
just take instead of playing R18.
All right, and there's the next question, right? Is that the
Right.
necessary sequence? Can you get away with anything else? So we have to go back and double check. And there's the hard part, right? So if we do, when white plays P19, do we have to play R18? Yes or no? So to reiterate, white,
I think we
black,
do.
white, black, white. Drooch wants to either capture or Tanuki. What do you,
He wants to capture.
okay,
I
you
think
wanna-
I said Tanuki initially, but now I think I'd rather capture.
Okay. Well, that's a
Um,
question. Can you Tanuki? Because if you can Tanuki, then that's great.
Yeah, well, I think I said that initially, and then Q19. And then if you connect at R18, now you still only have one liberty, but it's white's turn, and they could just take you at T16.
There you go. All right. But why do you have to connect right here? Why can't you just capture after Q19?
Because
does
then he
that
can
become
take
a toe?
take Q18,
Mm-hmm. That's why R18 is
and it's a
necessary.
false, and then it's a false high.
Mm-hmm. That's why R18 is necessary.
You get an extra liberty by taking it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
P-
boom,
P9.
boom. So the question is about this move.
Okay, it wasn't a
Boom,
throw-in.
boom, boom,
Well, that's okay too.
boom, boom, boom.
They're both okay.
Yep, exactly.
Is one superior to the other? I don't think so.
The question is, can a
White
Tanuki?
made an extra move.
Boom, boom, boom.
I don't think so.
Right,
So
this
No,
is-
you
white gets
can't.
white
was the
gets
answer.
P19 and
It becomes
Sente
a
later.
ko. It becomes an unnecessary ko.
Right. So the idea is in this sequence, black is alive, but what P19 is Sente. Does everyone
Yeah.
agree with that solution?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Now-
just
Now my question is, if white plays T18 and then black plays S18, what if white plays P19 now?
Okay, let's think about that.
Because we always have to try to counter, right? Let's play the vital point first. Let's play the Sente move first.
Let's see. So white plays the T18.
Yep.
Black plays the same as
S18.
18.
And now we play
And-
P19 first instead.
Right. Okay. So let's see.
Oh, I'm not sure it's something. I'm looking at a throw-in even at T19 or something, but
Pretty tricky, huh? We changed one move and all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm having a hard time.
so T18 S18 P T19,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives um, I think that black can play R18 if he plays P19. We can't give, at least in general, I wouldn't want to give white the option of putting a stone at S19, but I'm not sure that even matters in this instance.
So black answers that Q19 is definitely dead.
Black answers at what?
Q19, then I think white S19 pretty much kills black.
Because then black can go T17 and white can't move.
Oh wait, black has to play R18 though, because he'd be an Atari.
Oh, well, no, not yet, because there's no stone at Q19.
I mean, in the sequence I was talking about, if black played Q19. So I don't think black can answer Q19. So wait, P19.
So
as a
white,
throw-in?
Oh, wait a second. Huh.
black, white. You're saying black cannot go here?
Right, because white can play S19.
Okay.
But
then-
then if black answers at R18,
Mhm.
if white plays S,
Well, I think white would just play in the
18.
corner.
if white,
White would just play in the corner to make it a bad shape.
T19.
and there's not going to be another I.
You could also
Yeah,
just play
then-
T17. That's a self-Atari, so you capture, I connect, it's false.
Oh yeah, right.
So there's 2 ways to kill it after that.
Yeah, so black can't respond at Q19. That's about as far as I've gotten.
Q19 becomes a co.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does everyone agree
The
with that?
co that the co that was wanted earlier by whoever said S19.
I think
Does
it was
everyone agree
Don
with
who
that?
wanted a co.
Does everyone agree with boom, boom, boom? If you play Q19, it's a co.
It's a co. It is indeed a co.
Okay. Can black
Yeah.
do anything different?
Well, I keep eyeing that because of the situation. I
I
want
also
to
want
make
to ask you who takes first. Whenever you look at a co problem, this is really important. Who takes first in that co?
Black.
Okay. So now is there any other solution?
well, I want to look at T16.
If white plays T16 instead of T18?
No. If white plays T18 and black plays S18,
Okay. White
and
plays
then
P19.
white plays P19, then I want to look at
If black plays
black,
T16?
black plays T16
Okay.
as a
I would play Q19 next.
okay, and then then it's a Seki.
Nope. It's
I think it's then like a bulk. Then it's
1, 2.
bent 4 with white having a stone at T18.
if white would have to play T19, and that's not quite a bit 4, but practically a bit 4. So white, black, white, black, white.
Then it becomes straight an L shape, isn't it?
If you connect, I play T19, and that's an L shape where I have a stone here and here.
Yeah,
And
so that would be dead.
That's just dead. But you can throw in at T19,
Yeah.
and then I can take. Or take here.
So throw in.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
So it's co, yes?
Mm,
But in that co, who takes first?
White takes first.
So is that better?
Not necessarily.
Nope. Your opponent taking first means you have 1 less co threat. Because
Yeah.
you have to respond. So that's bad. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. What if I just do T19 first? I think you guys are skipping over T19 throw in.
Oh.
What if I do that first?
You mean as white before anything else happens?
No.
Very first
White.
move? Or what?
White.
Oh, okay.
Black. White plays P19. Black plays T19.
Oh, okay.
Is that good or bad?
White, so black throws in, white takes.
And it's the same situation as before.
Black can
Where then
take
if Q19 happens, then you just play R18.
Well,
After black plays T17, sorry.
It's the
Like
same
T-
speed, so it doesn't work.
Like T19, S19, T17, and then white would play Q19, and then black would connect at R18.
That would be dead if it
But then
happened.
white can just kill, so it's that bad situation from before.
Mhm.
So is there a way to get a extra liberty for black by somewhere in there by playing at P19?
An extra liberty wouldn't be as important as an extra co-threat. And I don't think there's an extra co-threat.
You could gain an extra liberty.
Liberty wouldn't matter in this situation
No.
because unless it's a
Right.
capturing race. But that could matter in some cases, but in this case, we're just trying to make it better than black Q19.
Black and
So
white
if
captures
black,
S19. Black plays. That's
No,
not. Sorry.
I keep thinking about something that
Yeah.
that where if there was a black stone, say at M or N18, then black would be fine, but it almost looks like this is dead if played correctly by white. Without something on the outside.
White, black, white.
And white even just played T16 and then, I
Can't
don't
do
know,
it.
maybe not.
So the idea here is if white plays here, black plays here, and white plays here, and black plays a throw-in, white can play either Atari or just capture. If white captures, black can double Atari and still play here, black takes, white takes. Or if you throw in and white just Ataris, you capture and white takes. In both of those sequences, white takes first. So that would mean it's less than the other one. So let's look at this. So if we go here, we Atari. Here, white takes first. And if we go here, white's Ataris, white takes first. And if white goes here, we can't go here, so we have to double Atari. White can't fill, so white goes here. White takes first. So none of these sequences are better than this one, in which black takes first. However, you have to ask, is this a co-threat? Because local threats are obviously going to give you take first instead. But in that case, it's no. Okay, is there any questions about that sequence?
No.
No.
Okay, and if you play here, boop. If you play here, boop. So I don't see any other counter. So we saw this one, black lived. This one is a ko in which black takes first. What about this one?
After T18, you mean?
No. It's just we saw this one, black lives. This one, it's a ko where black takes first. What if white plays here instead as first move?
Seems like I might just die with a bulky 5.
S18.
Yeah, S18 should work.
Everyone agree?
Well, white goes there, S18, then. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Push.
wait a second.
Push.
I've got another idea.
Has to be T18, maybe.
Yeah, that's because then there's Mii for the next move for black.
So T18
Oh, really?
and then T16 and then T18 and
Seems like a bulky 5 shape.
Yeah, so you play the vital point of the bulky 5 as the second move.
Oh, it's black.
White, black.
And in
Okay.
fact,
Black.
T18 just dies if black plays T18.
Okay.
Okay,
right,
but
so
but
then-
how does it die? If white and black plays here, what does white do?
Well,
Black plays at T18, you said?
So the correct answer is white. If white plays here, you play the vital point of the bulky 5.
okay.
Boop boop. And if you go here, boom boom. If you try to Chisuji, just here.
Right.
If you try to go here
Okay.
first, that's nothing. It looks tricky, but it's not. So the question is, if you play here, what happens? What does white do?
He has.
I think
He has to try-
S19.
Yeah, I would look at the two.
Maybe P19 for white.
Oh,
I was thinking
well,
S19 or T18. One of those two seems to me. And but if you go T18,
oh,
then you end up with looks like one eye. So that won't work. So it's S.
well, I'll tell you what.
Oh,
If black does T18, T16 is wrong for white because black gets to play S19. So maybe I'm.
Did you say S19?
Well, okay. So black plays T18.
No, I think you're forgetting that white
Now-
played first.
Wait. Oh.
White
Wait,
played
white?
If white plays T16, we said the
Oh,
answer is
okay. I'm
S18.
sorry.
But you
I didn't realize
mentioned
that.
T18 as an answer, and I'm asking why is S18 better than T18?
Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that there was a white move at T16 already. Okay, so there's a white move at T16, and T18 isn't right, and we're trying to figure out why.
Yes.
Okay. Because after, let's see, it's white's turn next. So yeah, I think the descent to P19 makes sense because black is going to have to play S19 and then white gets to push in at Q19
And then black connects at R18.
and has one eye, right?
There's an I at S18 and an I at T19.
Oh, okay. So then that
I think
works.
maybe
So
if
then-
white plays S19 first.
Yes,
And
that's what I
then-
said.
Drooch,
That's what I
restart
said
the
to begin with.
sequence to make sure everyone's on the same page. Can you restart the sequence, Drooch?
White T16,
Mhm.
black T18,
Mm-hmm.
white S19,
Mm-hmm.
and then black can't really play Q19, so I guess black has to play S18.
Uh-huh.
But then white
And-
can play P19, and now Q19 is Self-Atari for
White
black.
played at 19 because it's a Self-Atari. I mean, it's
Right.
a suicide move.
Sorry, white can't play where?
T19.
Why didn't play T19?
White playing P19. Papa 19.
That's what I thought you said was white played T19.
No, P19.
Oh,
White
Minor
T16,
problem,
black T18, white S19, black S18, and then white P19, and black can't play Q19 because it's Self-Atari. So then I guess black would have to take at T19. And then if white plays Q19, then black has to connect at R18, and then he's only got one eye.
All right. Is it dead or is it a cow?
If black
dead?
plays, 'Plays somewhere else, I think it's just dead.
What's
I think it's just dead. Yeah, I think it's just dead.
Does everyone agree?
Right? That's what I thought, yeah.
And that's Salvatore.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's dead as it stands. It's not a co.
Right.
All right. Now what if white plays this move first?
Okay.
So this exercise I'm actually
Well,
giving you guys.
that's just S18 and it's done, isn't it?
S18, I play P19.
Then throw in at T19, and after white takes, crush at T17.
Okay, can you restart the sequence, Pistol?
Okay. You started out with S19.
Yep.
And then the next move was S18, right? And
Oh, I see. I think I see.
I guess that's not a throw in. That's just taking S19.
Right. So
if
Then P19 was next.
okay, and white takes.
No, it's black's turn.
That's black. Okay, damn it. I thought I had it.
It's okay. I mean, this is why we're practicing this, right?
Yeah.
We practice this over and over and over and over and over. So who thinks they can solve S19?
S19.
If black does take at T19, like you were saying, Buzzsaw, then black, if white Ataris if white plays Q19 and black plays R18, then white would need to play T17. But
Then that can connect out.
I don't think it can. Because it's an 18, but then it's black and Atari.
I think you're misseeing it, Drooch. I think you're missing the very end. Try to restart the sequence and do that same thing you just did.
S19 for white. S18 for black. T19 for white. T19 for black. And then if white plays Q19, black has to connect there.
At R18?
At R18, so that S19 remains an I.
Okay.
And then black needs an I at T18, but it's white's turn, so white. My question in my head is, if white plays T17 to take away that I, can black disconnect them at T16? But that would
Count the liberties.
That would put him in his one liberty at S19 and one liberty at T18.
Okay. So is T16 to disconnect white possible? Oh, you almost have it. You almost have it.
I know.
You're so
okay, there's
close.
a liberty at S19. And then... Oh, and there's liberty at T18. Yeah, so black can do that.
Okay, so what does that mean in conclusion?
The black has an I at S19 because there's no stone there, and black has an I at T18 and T19. So black's gonna get
T19 has an
one.
I? Is T19 an I?
So no, it's T18 and T17.
Okay.
And T17 is a stone, so then black would end up with 4 points.
All right, and what if white plays T16 instead of T17 at the end of that?
Then you can just play T17
And how many? And where are the eyes? And how many points?
at T18 and S19, which would only be 2 points. So it's better for white, I guess.
All right. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it, but that's okay. Keep going.
So boop, 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 boop,
Oh, that's good.
boop, boop. And this is
Good.
what Druch was visualizing. Good job. That's a lot of moves. Good catch. All right. So in conclusion, what was the answer to A? If white plays A first.
T18.
Well, the status of the.
It's
It
if white
lives.
to play at A.
Oh, white.
If white plays first, because remember there's a
Oh.
stone down here.
Okay.
So if white plays
Okay.
A first, what's the status of black?
Alive.
Okay. If white plays B first, what's the status of black?
Co.
Co with who takes first?
Oh, I believe white. Or no, black.
Black took first. Because remember, white, black, white, black empty triangled, white threw in, and black took. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. C.
Black had to play S18 for this one.
Mm-hmm. And what was the status?
I believe it was just alive.
Okay. And D.
That was the
He was
complicated.
alive.
That was the complicated one Druch had to find, and it ended up being just alive.
Okay. And I'll give you one more, E. Okay. So if white plays P19 first.
If white plays which first?
P19 first.
T as in
E.
Pickles. Pepper.
Okay. Okay.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. And then played a stone at P19.
So that's before there are no moves. There's no stones anywhere in the group there. Then, right?
Right. So P19 is the first move white that
Okay.
white plays.
And
I'm
then
asking what the status is.
I think it would be T18. Let's see what the sequence would be.
I'm like an S18.
Let's see, T18 and then
Got to read the
P6.
whole thing.
18, T16, and then just S19.
All right. Who thinks they have the
And then
answer?
Huh?
Let me know when someone thinks they have the answer.
Well, I think I have the answer.
Okay. Tell me the whole sequence.
Okay, so
Starting with the white move.
So white moves P19, then
Okay.
T8,
Okay.
then white plays T16 and black plays S19.
Okay. And then white plays Q19.
And well, then it would be R18, and it's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where are the
alive.
eyes? Tell me where the eyes are.
Well, I think they're at S18 and T19.
Mm-hmm. With one Liberty at T17, correct?
One Liberty at T17. Yes.
All right. That's correct. All right. But
Good.
let's change one move and continue with your answer. P19, black T18, What if white, instead of t16, plays s19 first? What do you play?
Here we go
A16.
again.
If you just play T16, then it's
Yeah,
fine.
so this is me. It was mi for black. So white t18 is the correct answer. And if white plays s19, you play t16. And if white plays t16, you play s19. Okay, so white plays s19, you play t16. White plays q19. What do you do?
Did you say it starts with?
So
starts
p19,
with-
p19 is first
okay.
move. T18, which is what you said. And instead of this move, white plays s19 first. Druch says t16 for black. And now I'm saying white plays q19.
Oh, is that? Oh, so that's still P19 is first, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that was the sequence.
And then just R18.
All right. And what do the eyes look like? What are the eyes, liberties, cutting points, Aji? What does it all look like?
Well, black either has a liberty at, looks like T17, or a liberty at S18 and T19.
Okay, so we shouldn't be using or, we should be using and. Now, where are the eyes?
Okay, if
You've got it.
Okay.
You're correct. Just tell me where the eyes are.
okay, then the eyes are at T19 and S18.
Not quite what the answer I'm looking for. Okay. So
I mean, there's either you got three possibilities of eyes. You got T17, T S.
no, it only has two eyes. Yeah, but you're correct. But it looks like you're not visualizing the answer perfectly. But your solution is correct. So boom, boom, boom. Black plays here. Double Atari connect. This is the final shape. It's not three eyes. It's only two, but it has because of this white
One's
stone.
big. One is a big eye.
One is a 3-eye where white played the Vita point. So you have three liberties. You were correct on the liberties, but it's only two eyes. Make sense?
Right, but I guess I was trying to calculate if somehow white went in at T16, then I would end up with two eyes in a different place.
Well, white went right here. Yeah, no, you already answered that one the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you answered that correctly the first time, and so I asked you, okay, what if I play here instead?
Oh, okay.
And then Drew answered here, and so I was trying to ask what this one looked like. So yeah, you were the first answer was correct. Then I changed it, and then Drew answered correctly the second time. So yeah, so the solution of P19.
T18.
No, what's the status after white plays P19?
Alive.
All right. So we have A, B, C, D, and E. Right?
Yeah.
And out of these, which one was the best for white? Which one was the real solution?
Well, the real solution was A, I think.
I thought A lived for black.
Hmm?
I thought A lived.
Yeah, A. Oh, you're saying for white.
Yeah, this is white to play.
Oh, okay. The best solution for white.
I think it was C for a ko that white takes first.
Well, yeah, but it's not white doesn't take first, black does.
It was black that took first, right?
Oh, a C.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a possibility of white taking first if it was played wrong. And then,
I
but
think
if
you
it's
guys are
played
thinking of
correct-
B.
Yeah, I thought C was white takes first and B was black takes first. And those were the two codes, and then A, D, and E just didn't work.
I think you're incorrect.
C is just alive.
Oh yeah, that was the big. That was the. That
Yep.
was the.
Yeah, so it turns out that, I mean, there's complicated, a lot of places to go wrong is basically
Yeah.
what it amounts.
But the true answer is B is the best when black will take first. Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
And then of course there's this one too, because we have to consider what happens with that. But that one, I think, if you can visualize it, I think that one is maybe easy, but we didn't go over it technically. And then there's that, which is that. That one's something to visualize. So there's a lot of moves here. So F is alive as well. All right,
The best is B for white, right?
and that is how you do a Go problem as a Dawn player. That's Dawn level
Okay.
reading.
Don't kill me like that.
Easy, right? Easy. All right, now let's talk about like how does this happen. Okay, so let's look at this one. Boop, 3-3 to the 3-4 point, then boop, and then boop, something like that, right? And then I connect. Boop, 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 boop. Does that look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's similar to the.
Mm-hmm. And now is this Sente?
I think it is. I think
Why is it Sente?
because I think that black can come into like A2 or something like that and take away an eye.
Well, look. Remember our solution on the top right?
Yeah.
White doesn't have to respond to that.
Why not?
Oh,
You think white's alive if black plays first? What was the solution in the top right? If white played first in top right, what was the solution?
Solution was. The solution was at A2 for black.
What's the status? If black plays A2, what's the status of the white group?
It would follow the suit as to what was shown on the top right.
Which was
What was it again? A2.
the status. I'm looking for the status.
Oh, the status. White would be dead then. God, that's static. Question.
I'm just totally afraid that if I don't play something there, then I end up with one eye. That's the way I feel.
This was a co, I thought.
Advantageous call.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was wrong on that.
In the top right, we answered that B for white was a co in which black takes first. Yes?
Right.
Which means in the bottom left, if white ignores and black plays A2, it's a co in which white takes first. Do you
Okay.
agree?
Yeah.
So this move is Sente if white does not want a co. But if
Right.
there's something urgent, then it's a co. And to really trip you guys up is when these cuts work, then maybe it's not a co. But the idea is to understand the inside sequences and what moves on the outside are Sente or not. And likewise, if I move that stone to right here, does the status change if white plays first? And we're running out of time, so I won't ask you guys to do that. But you can get it. You can keep doing this, and you keep asking like, is this Sente? Is this Sente? And it's a really good lesson on at what point can you Tanuki. So if I Tanuki right now, white dies. Everyone agree?
Sure.
Okay. So then what if I go here and now I Tanuki? Does white die? Yeah, easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every single move, this is like really high level thinking, but whenever you invade like this, of course you want to Tanuki as soon as possible. And then as black, you have to make sure that you don't play a Gote move. So make sure like every single move is Sente. Like make sure every single move is Sente. Make sure every single move is Sente. And then you have to ask, should I Tanuki now or can I get like one more? Well, one more is a Ko. Well then, so maybe I should Tanuki and wait for a Ko to be too big for white to ignore. Right? And that's like really high level thinking, but it's just understanding. This is why you do the categories. And so now I'm going to give you guys this link. It's understanding that category, what that category means. Like when you're doing Go problems, when you're doing
Where do I see the link?
it's in the Clossi Class text in the Discord.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and bring it up over here. So you guys can see these are the problems, right? And it's one thing to just know the solution. Like, yeah, you can solve it. Cool. Yeah, but what does it mean? Like, how do you apply this? How do you apply these solutions? Well, it's understanding, like, first off, how do these problems even happen in a real game? Well, with 3/3 invasions. And then understanding, like, okay, at what point does it become Sente? And you can see, like, as we get less and less stones, it levels up. So as soon as we go back, you can see it starts with this many stones, and then down here at the 2Q+, you have 3 stones. It's like, okay, what's the status? Like, if I change a move, what's the status? The less moves you have, the harder it gets. And you can see that we at the very first bit, I gave you guys had the first move. That one, oh, easy peasy, right? Easy. But as soon as I take away one move, all of a sudden, you have to spend an entire hour to solve it. And that's with me like telling you all the white options to consider here. You have to figure out if this white move is Sente or not. So that is like really high level thinking, but it's also high level of understanding of life and death. And the whole idea is whenever something invades or whatever, you want to Tanuki as soon as possible. Like the idea from double digit Q is Tanuki, right? You want to Tanuki as soon as possible. But you need to like make a base first. So you need to make sure you're not surrounded or whatever. Well, this has to do with invasions, right? At what point can you Tanuki an invasion? The better you get at life and death, the sooner you can Tanuki. The less moves you need to live, the sooner you can Tanuki. And just understanding that concept, understanding how 3/3s work. And you guys wanted a bit 4. Well, guess what? This is the bit 4 category. It goes from 11Q to 2Q. So you're like, oh, bit 4 was easier. I'm like, okay, give you an easy problem, take away 1 step. All of a sudden, it went from 11Q to like 4Q, I believe. Yeah, I think it was right here, or something like that.
I feel like
It jumped up
part of
like
my problem.
it jumped up like almost 10 ranks, from removing one stone.
Possibilities.
Just to clarify, this
Yep.
one's a tripod group with an extra leg, not a bin 4.
Did I click the wrong category?
Yeah, that one's Little Pig Snout, which is the tripod with the extra leg. Yeah, this is not exactly.
This said it was the L group.
This is
no,
also not.
no. You're right. You're right. I thought the L was the bit 4. I just misunderstood it. I looked at the left side.
No,
Okay, that's completely my fault. Okay, so I thought L was the bent L4, and it's right here. It's before the corner. Right.
Actually, there's a mistranslation there. That's not the L group either. The L group is the one that's
it's piggy mouth, right?
Yeah. So that one I think it's called like tripod group as extra leg or something.
I always knew him as the big pig, the little pig,
and the little pig. Yeah.
Big Pig, Little Pig, Bent 4. So
Yeah.
these three are kind of what I've been focusing on. Okay. So then I just picked the wrong category. I'm sorry. I misread. That's my bad. I just misread it. I thought the L was Bent 4.
That's the first time that ever happened to you, though, or you misread it.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. Look, I try to get you guys the right categories, but the point
That's
is,
okay. It's all good learning.
the idea is all three of these are the exact same thing. It's 3/3 invasions. All three of these categories. These three I actually think is the most important categories for single digit queues, because it's really understanding how 3/3 invasions work. Like these three right here, the Big Pig, the Little Pig, and the Bent 4. That's all 3/3 invasion, life and death. If you can do these three, and you like, I really recommend you do all three of those as many times as it takes for you to understand every in and out of these shapes. Like even as practice, even when I'm doing practice, I'll actually do Big Pig, and then I'll open up the Little Pig, and I'll go through all of these, and then I'll go through all of these.
Is that the same as the big snout and the?
Yeah, so the big mouth and the pig mouth.
Yeah.
And I'll do these, and this is like less than 100 problems. So if you're trying to do 100 problems a day, well, guess what? 3 days in a row, that's all you need to do. It's practically 100 problems. It's like 56, 70, 80. No, 75, I believe. That's 75 problems. So maybe like do that. Do that with it, and there you go. There's 100 problems, and then do that 3 days in a row, and then this should be like second nature. And then every time you mess up the 3/3 invasion, life and death, just do it again, right? And then this one, there's 3 more days. So maybe day 1 you do this, day 2 you do this, day 3 you do this, day 4 you do this, day 5 you do this, day 6 you do this, and there's 1 week of life and death. Just those 3 categories. 1 week of life and death, and then all of a sudden you have a really good understanding of how the 3/3 invasion lives or dies. That's all it is.
Okay. But the only problem with doing that is that we don't have somebody saying, "Okay, take away this stone." And
well, it should do it on its own. Like for example, let's look at the pig mouth. Look how many stones are right here, and then you go down to like 5 don. It's not quite as obvious, but there's actually less stones. Like right here, there's less stones compared to like up here. Like it kind of does it automatically, and you start getting an idea of if you change it this way, and then the as you repeat it, like on your 3rd time through, it'll start making sense on how like all they did was move 1 stone and they created a different problem. Or sometimes they'll rotate the problem. Like I think this one and this one is just rotated. I'm not sure. And like these 3 look at like the exact same shape with just rotated or something. And then it's just understanding all of that. Right? And you just know how to kill it. And that way, you know, if someone ignores the 3/3, boop, 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 and someone ignores you, or and you do this, and let's say you have to fix your cut, and they just go down, and you play here. Well, they ignore you again. Oh, well, now you're dead, because I know that life and death problem. They can't do that. They have to know, and likewise, you cannot ignore this. You have to know the answer. You can go here. You can go here. Well, there's that, but you can do that. Is that alive? You need to know. If I know be down, is this block sente? You need to know, right? You need to know what is the best way to play here. And the way you do that is you do life and death problems. So the whole idea is understanding why, how does life and death problems apply? Why do we do them? How does it apply? Well, first we get introduced to our basics of bulky 5, bent 3, even the bent 4. You get introduced to Sekis, you get side 6, corner 6. All right, that's all of our double-digit Q life and death. It's introducing us to the basics of what is alive and what is not. But single-digit Q, going on to Dawn level. So this is like Dawn level life and death. Dawns just do this as a warm-up, or they should do this as a warm-up exercise and just go through these problems. But single-digit Qs, you need to learn these. So what does learn mean? Does it mean just like learn the answer to these? Well, yes, but it also you need to understand like, where do these come from? Why are these important for getting to Dawn? Why do you need to know these as single digit Q? Well, it has to do with the 3/3 invasion life and death. And then at Dawn level, you're asking yourself, okay, how soon can I Tanuki? can I make a Sente exchange first then Tanuki? Can I make a co-threat in here to threaten to kill this so I can have a co-threat? You need to understand what is Sente, what is Gote. You need to understand at what point can you Tanuki. That's Dawn level thinking, right? But to get there, you need to understand the basics of what is alive, what is dead with a 3, and this is just with a 3/3 invasion. And there's other shapes too. But understanding like why these problems are important, I think is kind of the idea with the lecture. And also I've been kind of drilling you guys on visualizing stones. I mean, if you can't visualize them, you can't really solve them. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Makes
Out of
sense, but I'll tell you
curiosity-
that visualization is really difficult.
What's the
Out of
curiosity?
curiosity,
Yep.
how many visualizations are you going through your head as you see these stones being placed?
Do you mean how many can I read, or how many do I read, or
Yeah. Well,
what?
how many do you read? I suppose.
How many do I read? Well, this one, like for these, I just know the answer, right? And then every time a stone changes, I double check it, right? So, if I was to read this, the first thing I would do is, like probably my eyes will instinctually look at A and B, but my habits, I'm trying to I try to reinforce the habits. I start with C and D first, reduce the eye space first. Then I try to block and figure out what the shape is. A bulky 5, blah blah blah. So I try to play my Vita Point first as black, and then I check all the reductions, and then I check the counters, and then I check if white plays it first, and then I compare. So probably my eyes ideally will go A first, then B, then C, then D, then E. If I see the E comes up a lot in my sequences, then I'll check it as a Vita Point. Like if a move happens a lot in a lot of sequences, then check that move as a Vita Point as a common thing. So I would probably read it in that order.
Interesting.
So I would reduce first, then I would see what the then I would try to live as black, and then I would check black's Vita Points. Then I would try the Vita Points first, and then if anything came up a lot, I would check here. And then if I had more time, I would check for Tsuji's, of course. But I could rule out, like, I would check F and then rule it out very quickly because I would just see that it just doesn't work. But this is probably my ideal move order. More realistically, just from habits, is I probably read A and B first and then C and D and compare. But if I'm blitzing, even then, I would still want to read A and then B and then C. I would try to do that, and then I would also notice that. But can I read all of that? Yeah, I mean, I can. Can I read all of that in 30 seconds? I can read maybe 70 or 80% of that in 30 seconds. But that comes with 1 stone visualization, 2 thousands of Go problems. Like, I know where the vital points are in this. I just know where to look. So I don't have to take time figuring out what are my options. I just instantly know what all my options are. And that's thousands of life and death problems. And that's what you guys need to drill yourself. This is why you do 100 Go problems every day for 5 to 10 years. Like, you just do it every single day. And you'll just be able to read this. Honestly, this one you should just know. Like, these 3 categories, you should just know the answer. You should just know the sequences. And if you forget, do it 3 more times. Okay? Because these categories for 3/3 invasions, especially in modern play where the 3/3 is so important, these 3 are just insanely important to just know and understand. It's like if I asked you what's the answer to a bulky 5, you need to just know the answer. So if I ask you the answer to a bit 4 or the pig's mouths, you need to just know the answer. They're vital life and death for single digit Q level. Well, no, I should clarify. These 3 categories are to Dons what the bulky 5 is the double digit Qs. You should just know the answer. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
All right, and the reason I'm stressing these 3 specifically is because the 3/3 invasion is so common. Like, you need to just know everything about this move. And if you do, then you won't be caught off guard. So we're unfortunately out of time on this one. Did anyone have any questions about that? And I'll give you guys a link to the spreadsheet. That, I mean, you guys, if you don't have it already, this is just the spreadsheet link. Does anyone have any questions about that, or why it's so important?
No.
No.
All right. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
That was great.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Does everyone know the difference between the 3/3's life in these three different patterns? Does everyone know the Josekis? What happens?
Roughly.
Not as well as I should. No.
Okay, so I think
Yeah, I don't.
I think we'll try to do this next week. This is life.
That'd be great.
This is Ko. This is life.
Okay.
But this sequence and this sequence are two different Josekis.
Right.
Okay, so remind me, and we'll go over this next week. And of course, if you guys have any questions about the 3/3, because this month is the 3/3 themed, bring it to the class and like ask me. I think it would be good for everyone. Like, if you like stick to the theme, of course, of 3/3, but if you guys have like 3/3 questions, bring it to me.
You're talking in this position. You're saying if White played the 3/3, what is the result? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, A is alive,
Oh, okay.
C is alive, B is a Ko. You need to just know that. And you need to know the Joseki. All right, single digit Q stuff. All right, so I would say homework, if you want homework from this class, is do all three of these categories: big pig, little pig, and bit 4 in the corner. Do all those categories 3 times each this week. 3 times each until you just know it. And of course, keep working on stone visualization. Working on that for months and months and months is how you eventually be able to see stuff. So just keep practicing. That will not happen overnight. Stone visualization will happen after months and years of practice. It will not happen in a week. So don't stress over it. It will take a while, but the more you do it, the more you practice it, the sooner it'll happen. Oh yeah, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the class.
Thank you. It was great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.